Hey, this is ThinkerThunker. You know how sometimes, like on the 4th of July, maybe someone shoots off, say, a Roman candle or some fireworks or something. You look up and you mistake it for this massive, dark, V-shaped object, 17 football fields wide, up there just floating silently over your neighborhood and across town. No? Well, remember this footage filmed March 13th, 1997. Thousands upon thousands of Phoenix, Arizona residents, including the governor, claim they saw that very thing. A gigantic V-shaped craft just up there floating silently over Phoenix, then went on to just kind of meander its way across other parts of the state. Now, the military spoke up from a local base and said, "Nope, sorry, you thousands. You didn't see a gigantic craft. What you saw were tiny flares being dropped on parachutes from an aircraft. Just a routine training mission." So routine that they had never flown that mission once, dropping flares over Phoenix like that. And they haven't done it again in over 18 years. So it wasn't that routine. But anyway, we're going to do something that's never been done with this footage before. I'm going to stabilize it so that we can finally see just how far those flares drop or move or do anything. Things dropped out of a plane do still fall down, don't they? Okay, so here again is the original footage. And 1997, this was back before HD footage. People had what they called camcorders back then. And here's something kind of interesting. We've got this shape here, and if I drop in this, makes a giant V. I'm not saying that's what it is, but it does line up. So continuing on, I was handheld and you can see very shaky. So here I've stabilized it and enhanced it a bit and even sharpened it up just a little. So now I'm going to drop in a little graphic so that we can see how far or if the lights move at all in relation to the horizon. And I'm going to drop in a red graphic so that we can see if the lights move relative to each other. So here we go. So we get to watch these flares for 1 full minute before they fade away, hovering, seemingly just out there in midair. And they all stay equal distance to each other. Let's see, this right one finally starts drifting. And there we go. 15 or 18 seconds in, it starts drifting out just a little. But they're all pretty much holding the exact same position. Really odd for individual flares not linked to each other that they didn't drift away from one another. There's no breeze carrying them further apart or pushing some down. 5 flares stay perfect with one another. That's uncanny. And something odd happened right here. Did you see that? Okay, watch here as the one on the far right, it doesn't fade away and go down, it fades and goes up. And I'm just going to slowly go frame by frame click, click, click. See it? It almost looks like it morphs into two, and now they're drifting up, and now they're gone. I'm gonna go back through that one more time. There's only about 7 frames. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 frames, and they're gone. They went, split into two and went up. And what's even stranger about that, okay, now that was at 43 seconds when they vanished. And if we go to 43 and 8/10 of a second, we see this blip flash across the screen. Zip, 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 and it only lasts 1 frame. So again, something fades away over here, and we see a blip over here. Blip, there it goes. Am I saying that's it? And it's flown who knows how far and how fast? No, I can't prove that at all. I just noticed it, and I'm showing you guys. But it's at least odd that it happens within 8/10 of a second. So what am I saying? It's floating, so it's a UFO? Nope. But I am saying it's floating, so it doesn't appear to be flares. And so here's where people start saying, oh, well, yeah, come on. You know, it's Phoenix, it's the desert, you know, it's hot there. Warm air, things rise. So sure, the flares are going to appear to hover. You know, of course they would. And I say, okay, fine, prove it. Show us how flares hover over Phoenix. And you know, this could be a great public relations event for the military. They could let Bono or Beyonce or Jay-Z, Ellen, or maybe even like Robert Downey Jr., Iron Man. He could go up with them and officially drop the flares. You know, we'll just make a whole party of it. The whole world can be there. All the military's got to do is pick a date, pick a time, then they fly the exact same route, except only this time, we're all there with cameras watching and filming. And that way we can finally see for ourselves. And you know what? If flares do hover over Phoenix, well, then at least we know that. And that would go a long way towards clearing this up for a lot of people. And if the military feels this is just too much of an expense, you know, firing up a plane, dropping some flares, plus we just can't run and jump every time the public tells us to drop flares. Okay, that's fine. Just tell us what this will cost. We'll crowdsource it. We'll raise the money. That's how important this is to a lot of people. And if they still don't want anything to do with it, shoot, I'll do it. If the city of Phoenix okays it, I'll hire somebody to fly over and drop some flares. And, you know, and if I need to, I'll crowdsource it, but I don't even think I'll need to. But I gotta tell you, if we do all of this, those flares better hover in mid-air, just like we just saw, for at least a full minute and not fall. Otherwise, somebody got some splaining to do. So there you go, guys. That was our closer look at the Phoenix Lights. Your turn to weigh in. Let me know what you think. And please subscribe. Please like if you like. Let me know what you thought about this one. And share these with your friends. And thanks for watching.